Witam w 6. odcinku Księgi Niezapisanych Opowieści. Skoro otworzyliśmy sobie wejście do piwnicy, to zejdźmy. Zobaczmy, co tam mamy. No nic. Piękna Iwo.
So this is the legendary secret cellar.
Pewnie.
The cellar continues on behind these bars. I can't see anything, but I bet that the book's in there somewhere.
Ja też się mogę założyć, że tam jest ta księga. Zerknijmy.
Each of these three stone figures by the bars is decorated with a different precious stone. This one here's got a ruby on its head.
No pewnie tak będzie przy wszystkich kamieniach. Musimy się zająć otworzeniem drzwi.
2 meters long with a top made of bronze. Looks like something's missing there. This picture seems to indicate that a ruby belongs in there.
Weźmiemy. No i co wam to przypomina? Już wiecie? A jak nie wiecie, to zerknijmy tu.
A picture on a stone slab. It depicts a man in a robe with a staff in his hand. A jewel is glinting in the headpiece of the staff. Some sort of light beam shining on it.
Prawda, że poszukiwacze zaginionej Arki?
Yes, even a secret cellar is in the end just a cellar, and all cellars have gardening tools such as these gardening shears.
Czyli wiemy, co robić. Bierzemy. Jak możemy wziąć, to bierzemy.
I'm not expected to do the gardening now.
Przydadzą się w ogrodzie. Dobrze, no to musimy iść do ogrodu. To idźmy. Z tym moim ulubieńcem pewnie będziemy musieli jeszcze porozmawiać, ale najpierw przygotujmy się do tej rozmowy. Tu coś ma.
I bet that the light beam is meant to enter the house through that window. I just can't reach it.
Nie możesz dosięgnąć. No czyli właściwie nic nie mamy. Możemy spróbować podważyć to tym naszą zdobyczą. No dobrze, jest ok.
The window's open. The last rays of sunlight can enter the house.
Zerknijmy do ogrodu. Zawróćcie te dynie pewnie.
There's a stone in the undergrowth. There's something written on it, but I can't see what it is. That could be a little gravestone.
Mały nagrobek, napis. Wzięliśmy nożyczki, no to pewnie do tego.
I don't believe it. Now I've ended up doing the gardening. It is indeed a gravestone.
No tak, wiem, ty na dyskotekę powinnaś iść.
A
Zerknijmy.
little gravestone made of granite that's got Kinski inscribed on it.
Kiński. Napis. Klaus. Wiem, że nie jesteś godna pracy w ogrodzie. No co to? Że no to wracamy. Okienko otwarte. Co tu mamy? Co tu mamy?
A wooden tub about half full of water. Oh, great. This has the professor's washing floating around in it. White
Ale
shirts,
coś na
grey
temat
socks,
prania.
red underpants.
Coś na temat prania. Nasza Iwo wie. Nie wiem, co jej przeszkadza. To szybciej po prostu idzie.
A small old-fashioned shield. The inside is highly polished.
No wiadomo, będzie to znaczy wypolerowana, to pewnie będzie nam potrzebne do uruchomienia naszej laski. Teraz kwestia tylko uzyskania tego rubinu. Podejrzewam, że ten człowiek, przepraszam, ta muja ma z tym coś wspólnego. No dobrze, pogadajmy.
How exactly do the iron bars in the cellar open? Hey, I'm talking to you.
You can speak?
You know what? Forget it. I'll work it out for myself. I'd rather search through every nook and cranny of this house than inflict any more of these conversations upon my elven ears.
You can speak?
No, Wiesz, gdzie
I know
znajdę
you've never
klejnot?
been down there, but there was a staff in the cellar, and there's a precious stone that belongs on the top of it, a ruby. Do you know where it is?
But of course, Mortimer. You asked me to hide it for you. Don't you remember?
I must have forgotten about that.
Oh, what would you do without me?
Could you please just give it to me? I just need it for a second.
What?
The jewel! And before you ask, I mean the stone that you put somewhere safe for me. And please don't tell me that you've forgotten.
How could I forget that? You said it was very important that no one found the stone.
Oh, okay. Now please can I have it back?
Why would I give a complete and utter stranger Mortimer's stone?
No, przekonajmy.
But I am Mortimer.
Don't be ridiculous. You're too tall, too thin, too hairy, and you have those things there.
I've had enough of this nonsense. Give me the jewel.
Never. Threats will get you nowhere. I'm a karate master.
No to spróbujmy w ten
I'm a
sposób.
friend of Mortimer. He's sent me to fetch something out of the cellar.
I have never seen you here before, and I never forget a face.
Please, it's urgent.
I do not know whether I can trust you. I would only give a really good friend of Mortimer's the jewel.
That's me. I saved his life. Well, maybe.
Really? If you are truly a good friend of Mortimer, then you will be able to give me the answer to the following question. What color is his underwear?
Ciekawe pytanie. To jest dobra odpowiedź. On nie nosi
That's a trick
bielizny.
question. He doesn't wear any.
That's not right. You don't know him at all. Not as well as I know him.
I just haven't been quite as preoccupied with his underwear as other people have.
But one just knows something like that, doesn't one? So, what color is his underwear?
Nie przedłużajmy. Wiemy z tej bali, że jest czerwona.
Red. He mostly wears red underwear.
That's right. Red silk underwear.
No dlatego
But I'm
jedwabna.
still not quite satisfied. So, what is his cat's name?
Zaryzykujmy. Wiemy jaka jest odpowiedź z nagrobka, ale
The
zobaczymy
cat is
co nam
called
odpowie.
Kitty, I think.
No, definitely not.
Pussy? Felix? Crookshanks? Jess? Or Mrs. Norris?
You're just guessing now, aren't you?
No.
Well, none of them are right. I knew it. So much for you being a good friend of Mortimer.
But I am. The answer is...
No to podajmy prawdziwą.
His
Kiński.
cat died some while ago. Her gravestone's outside. Her name was Kinski.
It was a tomcat. The poor thing was always so happy playing with my bandages.
Yes, very sad, very sad. But hopefully this proves that I am a good friend of old Mortimer, does it not?
You have only answered one of my questions.
Two? You asked me about his underwear.
But why would his underwear be of any interest to me?
Oh, come on, don't change the subject. Are you going to give me that jewel now?
No, not yet. I have one last question. What did Count Grunschfeld or Pieperbock say to his adjutant Henninger shortly before the Battle of Budleberg?
Huh?
Wrong.
No, I just don't understand what you're talking about.
I am a trifle unsure about this too. It is a bit like a coded question.
And do you know the answer?
Of course. Mortimer told me.
And you haven't forgotten it?
No. So, what is the answer?
No, mamy tu odpowiedź. A może spróbujmy to?
Grunfeld made Henninger an offer that he couldn't refuse.
Really? So, what did he offer him?
He really made him an offer?
No. What did Grunfeld say to Henninger?
No dobrze, teraz kliknijmy to.
234, of course.
Oh? What?
234. I know all about that. Mortimer told me many times.
234 what?
Kontynuujmy. Wymawianie, że zapomniał.
How can anyone who is a good friend of Mortimer not know that?
But how? What?
234. Mortimer never told you that?
Well, yes. 234?
So it turns out that you aren't such a good friend after all then, if you don't even know anything about the 234.
Oh. Oh, that! You mean that 234?
Yes, exactly.
With that thingy?
Precisely. I see that you are a good friend of old Mortimer's after all.
Of course.
Splendid! Now that you've proven that, can you give me the jewel?
At last. Many thanks.
You're welcome.
Niezły sposób na ukrycie. No cóż, no to idziemy spróbować uruchomić urządzenie otwierające nasze tajemne drzwi, chociaż nie wiem czy... No nie, widzicie? Czegoś nie zrobiliśmy. Znaczy ja nie zrobiłem. Mamy tu promień, a musi jakoś zejść do piwnicy. Zerknijmy tu. Właśnie. Śniąca srebrna tarcza. Teraz tylko trzeba znaleźć miejsce. Jak widzimy, musi być tu.
That explains why the mirror was hanging there. It was there to reflect the light. I must find a replacement.
No to
That
załóżmy.
explains why the mirror was
A,
hanging there.
przepraszam. Trzeba to wziąć do rączki jakoś. No nie chodź, tylko wejść. Nie chcę się... O! W końcu się udało. No i idź tam. O! Niezgrabny jestem.
Perfect. The shield's reflecting the light beam down into the cellar.
Teraz pozostaje nam tylko umieścić naszą laskę. Choć widzę, że jeszcze trzeba sprawdzić, czy się da złożyć. Ale nie sądzę, żeby się nie udało. No i
Fits perfectly.
tak jak myślałem. Teraz ją weźmy, bo tu chyba jest jedyny... O, właśnie. To jest otwór. W którym pewnie możemy umieścić ją. Pozostaje nam tylko jeszcze spróbować przestawić lustro.
The light beam is reflected by the little
Ja
figure's
właściwie
mirror,
tarczę.
but it's simply shining onto the floor.
O, mamy znak interakcji, więc na pewno to to.
Looks like the figure may have been turned. I've got to try and turn it back to its original position.
No, idziemy. Raz. 2. 3. Udało się. No super. Tam jest pewnie ta księga, którą musimy zobaczyć. Nie będę jej w tej chwili zabierał, bo pewnie nas czeka kolejna animacja. więc ona raczej powinna nastąpić pewnie na początku kolejnego odcinka, jeśli będzie. Więc żegnam Was. Życzę miłego dnia. Cześć.